Nearly 6 out of 10 Americans say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Not broke, not unemployed, just always one bill away from empty. If that's you, here's the good news. This isn't about willpower, and it isn't really about how much you earn either. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a real 6-step plan to finally build a gap between you and zero. Welcome to Sketch to Survive, where every week we build practical survival guides for the problems modern life throws at us. Let's start with what's actually happening. Living paycheck to paycheck means almost every dollar that comes in goes right back out before the next paycheck lands. Rent, groceries, gas, insurance. By the time it's all covered, there's nothing left. No cushion, no breathing room. One flat tire, one dentist bill, one slow month at work, and suddenly you're pulling out a credit card just to get through the week. Here's the part that surprises people. This isn't a low-income problem. According to research from Lending Club and PYMTS Intelligence, even among households earning over $100,000 a year, more than 4 in 10 say they have little to no money left after monthly expenses. Bigger income, bigger rent, bigger car payment, bigger everything. Think about it this way. Imagine 2 people. One earns $50,000 a year and spends $49,000. The other earns $150,000 a year and spends $149,000. On paper, one looks 3 times richer. In reality, both are exactly one paycheck away from trouble. Financial security was never really measured by income. It's measured by the gap between what you earn and what you spend. So why does this happen to so many people, even smart, hardworking people? A few reasons. First, lifestyle creep. Every time income goes up a little, spending quietly goes up to match it. Nobody decides this on purpose, it just happens, one small upgrade at a time. Second, there's no real gap between income and expenses to begin with. Rent alone can eat half a paycheck in a lot of cities now. Third, no starter emergency fund. Without savings, every surprise expense turns into new debt. The Federal Reserve has found that more than a third of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. And fourth, no real plan. Most people aren't bad with money, they just don't have a system. Money comes in, and it disappears into whatever shows up first, not what actually matters. Now, here's what actually works. Step 1. Find the leaks. Before you can fix anything, you need to see where your money's actually going, not where you think it's going, where it actually goes. Pull up your last month of bank and credit card statements. Then, just look. No guilt, no judgment, just the truth. Step 2. Build your safety net. Not 6 months of expenses, not yet, just $1,000. That's the amount many financial counselors recommend because it prevents most everyday emergencies from turning into new debt. A flat tire, a broken phone, a surprise medical bill. Those problems become much easier to handle when you have even a small emergency fund. Step 3. Give every dollar a job. A simple budgeting framework can help. One popular example is the 50-30-20 rule. Around 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings or debt. If your situation doesn't fit those numbers, and for many people it doesn't, especially with today's housing costs, that's okay. The goal isn't perfect percentages. The goal is making sure every dollar has a purpose before it's spent. Step 4. Protect the essentials. When money gets tight, don't pay bills by size. Pay them by consequence. Housing, utilities, minimum debt payments. Those come first because missing them creates the biggest problems the fastest. Quick pause. If you've made it this far, you probably already know which one of these steps you're skipping. Let me know in the comments. No judgment. Chances are you're not the only one. Step 5. Cut the silent costs. Most people try saving money by giving up little pleasures like a morning coffee. Meanwhile, they're still paying for streaming services they forgot about, a gym membership they haven't used in months, or apps that quietly renew every month. Those recurring charges add up far faster than most people realize. Step 6. Make saving automatic. The moment saving depends on memory, it usually stops happening. Set up an automatic transfer the same day your paycheck arrives. Even $20, even $50. You save it before you ever have the chance to spend it. Now, let's turn this into action. Here's your 7-day survival challenge. Day 1. Download the last 30 days of your bank transactions today. Just look. Don't judge yourself yet. Day 2. Cancel one recurring subscription you don't use. Day 3. Transfer your first $20 to $50 into a separate savings account. Day 4. List every monthly bill you have. Then rank them by what happens if you don't pay them. Day 5. Find one expense you can reduce permanently. Not eliminate, just reduce. Day 6. Set up one automatic transfer for every future payday. Day 7. Look back at everything you've done. Add up how much you've already saved this month. Congratulations, you just built your first financial survival system. Notice something. None of these steps required earning more money. They simply created space between your paycheck and your next emergency. That's what financial stability usually looks like at the beginning. Not a bigger income, a better system. Now, let's talk about the mistakes that keep people stuck. Mistake number 1. Waiting until there's extra money before you start saving. The truth is, there usually isn't. If saving isn't part of the plan from day 1, it keeps getting pushed into next month. Forever. Mistake number 2. Trying to fix everything all at once. Changing every habit overnight usually lasts about a week. Small improvements repeated every month beat dramatic changes that disappear. Mistake number 3. Using credit cards as your emergency fund. It feels like a solution in the moment, but interest turns today's emergency into tomorrow's financial burden. Mistake number 4. Ignoring small recurring charges because they don't seem important. $15 here, $9 there, 5 subscriptions later, that's often the exact gap people are trying to create. Now, a quick reality check. If you're watching this thinking, my rent alone is more than half my income, you're not failing. Some situations require more than better budgeting. This plan won't solve every financial hardship. It won't replace a raise you genuinely need. And it won't fix a housing market that's genuinely expensive. What it can do is stop a difficult situation from becoming an even harder one while you work towards bigger changes. Before you go, here's your sketch to survive survival card. The problem, living paycheck to paycheck, regardless of income. The biggest trap, waiting until there's extra money before you start saving. The first action, download your last 30 days of bank transactions today. The rule to remember, the gap matters more than the paycheck. At Sketch to Survive, we can't promise life will get easier, but we can help you prepare for it, one problem at a time. Until next time, survive smarter.